Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Yes. My humble salutations to our parents, gurus, Jnana Brahma, Swami Sundar Chaitanyanji, Dhyana Brahma, Pitama, Dr. Subhash Patriji, Guru Mata Swarnamala ji, Ekathva Gudakesha grandmaster, Shri Prabodh Achyutha ji, Swadhyaya yogi, Shri Pradeep Anuruddha ji, organizing committee members, Dr. Manju Vani madam, Shri Suman ji, Shri Abhijit ji, Saranamma madam, and to Dhyana Miriam ji, the scripture Sita, and to all the participant friends. So yesterday, we have seen that Mata has gone to higher dimension, where she could feel the marriage with whom she has to marry, that feeling she had. And she told Janak Baba about this, that because of him, I could come back. He only brought me here and he said that we will reunite again. So Janak Baba indirectly thanked him a lot for hearing these words, because he was not prepared Mata's leaving him. So that was happened. So after that, he told everybody to prepare the meal and to have. Then Mata asked Janak Baba to leave, and she wants to spend some more time. She looked at the Meenakshi's ankle, and she asked Usha Soma to bring medicinal plants. So she brought, and then Mata pounded her into those leaves into paste, and she started squeezing those paste. Then a little bit oil is coming, and this Soma is applying on the ankle for Meenakshi. So much talk has happened between Mata and Meenakshi about the curse. Meenakshi said about the misfortune, but Mata said this is the curse for the 5 generations. So that was very undigestible for anyone. Meenakshi also felt like that. So after that, she was unable to understand what Mata was telling. So she tried to understand. Then Soma said, whatever it had happened, it is for our goodness. Try to understand Meenakshi about this. If you were not cursed by those people, by the sages, you wouldn't have been in the Rajmahal with Janak Baba. See, for every misfortune, a fortune will be behind there which will not be seen. We will focus on the misfortune only. At the same time, so Soma tried to make Meenakshi understand about this. Just because that there is a greater purpose behind this. Perhaps that is the way to understand the curse can be viewed as a great blessing. So your ancestors were cursed. That because of that, you were given the shelter in the Rajmahal. Your father had tried to lift it up from you, but no one can lift it up. It can be lessened, but completely it cannot be erased. Even before the death of Meenakshi's father, Janak Baba has given a word. As his last wish, he asked Meenakshi's father to take care of the Meenakshi. So Janak Baba said, definitely, I will take care of her. He promised that. So this is the great blessing, another great blessing this is. So then Meenakshi understood what Soma is telling. Mata did a right thing to explain it to me. Now onwards, I will not find fault with my father, because all these days I felt that I'm an unloved child. But now, after knowing about his pain, his sadness, now I cannot complain because of not understanding. If Mother Sita Mata has not told me about this, still that feeling somewhere might have been in me. But now it is completely this. Now I can understand my father, what he had gone through. Now onwards, I cannot complain for anything. No, there is no greater blessing than to serve in this household. And to serve Mata is the greatest gift that anybody wants in their life. So for some time they were quite. So this is the new chapter. It is the beginning of a new chapter for Meenakshi, because all those blocks almost it has been cleared. So then she said smilingly, Soma, whatever you understand, you see in Mata, why I don't understand. Then Soma also laughingly said, don't tell me that you have not noticed the abundance that accompanies Mata. When she passes through the fields, the flowers will multiply in that path. And the fruits, when she plucks the fruits, the fruits will be still more, it will be increased in the trees. So this is a part of the mystery of Mata. Then also she is saying, only you have the eyes to see all these things. You only understand this vision. But through you, whatever you say, I believe it. Then Soma is saying, Meenakshi, Mata is Prakriti. Nature herself, human body when takes a form, that will become Mata. Wherever she is, whatever she is, wherever she is, nature flourishes. When her energy is withdrawn, nature diminishes. Now it is becoming more apparent. So after some weeks, in Sunena Mata's room, Soma was there. That is the time Janak Baba entered. They were talking something. Then she thought, I should leave this room. But no, they have not said anything to her. So she was there only. That means they are allowed when Janak Baba and Sunena Mata was there. See, that is the custom there. It is not required that they should move out. If they want anything personal, then only they will ask to leave. Otherwise, they can go and they can keep doing their work. So it so happened. So Sunena Mata is almost whenever Janak Baba goes here and there, visit ashrams, at that time Sunena Mata takes up the administrative responsibility. Now this knowledge she has passed to Mata. Now at times when Sita Mata is around, Sunena Mata is taking some suggestions from Mata. Mata also shows so much interest in the kingdom, administrative responsibilities, and she participates in decision making, offering her innovative and creative ideas. So this way, Janak Baba is teaching Sita Mata approaching departure. He knows what she is, where she will be not, but she can't be restricted to Mithila kingdom. That much he knows. Then he told Sunena Mata, now we must think of organizing a Swayamvara to Sita. Now she is approaching marriageable age. But Sunena Mata did not give her approval. What is so hurry? She said. Then Janak Baba said, her training is almost has come to complete it. Now I feel that she is ready. But Sunena Mata said, but I am not. So Janak Baba said, will you ever be ready? Because you wanted her to be with you all the time. So Sunena Mata said, you are just setting up the village councils. Let her be the part of that and learn. Then later we will consider it. Janak Baba said, okay, this is one thing, good point. Now she has to learn this also. Then we start moving quickly to set up the village councils. But you and I must prepare ourselves because I feel strongly that the time for her departure is approaching. He made it very clear to Sunena Mata. So Janak Baba is retreating more and more from governing. That's why he wanted to establish these village councils. He had the idea to set up local councils in each village so that the villagers could take their decisions, take care of many problems on their own. They can discuss with other people, and whoever considers the idea of someone, so majority that can be taken for approval. So it was a novel notion. At first, had been met with disapproval from the ministers. Ministers did not agree for that. So village councils. Anything when we start, like our Agniveer, see, there is a lot of opposition. That they say that there is no future for them. So, always we resist without thinking of it. Here also, when village councils, Janak Baba wants to start, there was an opposition from ministers. So this is from that time onwards. But Janak Baba was very insistent. He knows what he is doing, why he is doing. He is very clear to himself. Then he said that people should learn to govern themselves. Then minister said, but they are not ready to take up their responsibilities. Then Janak Baba said, we must make them. We will help them to be ready. It is the way of the future. People must learn to administer the affairs of their community, the self and the community. And with this idea, even all the rishis also were not pleased with this idea. At one gathering of all the heads of rishis, they have gathered, the discussion turned to this matter about the village council. So there was a heated movement. Then Janak Baba asked Sita about her opinion. Means Janak Baba considers Sita is one among those ministry levels are the key persons who can take the decision. So Soma and then Meenakshi was standing nearby only, listening all these things. Then Sita was quiet for a moment, and then she expressed her opinion. So she said, until now, justice has often been administered through the sages, through their blessings and curses. That cannot be continued anymore. She made it very clear. She said with a touch of sadness in her voice, too many innocents have been affected by these curses. Surely we can find another way. These councils can help administer justice. So when these councils will be there, they will also express their views, some of them. It is not single-handed making the decision and cursing. So when councils were there, then some people, key persons will express their views. Sita realized that this would diminish the power of the sages. their curses. Because she was, before also she asked, she came to know that Ravana, he had mastered the mantras. With that, he controls everyone and he will make, he is becoming dominant. At the time also she came to know that mantras, what is useful for that, but he always, he encounters it. That is one thing. There also she is, about this she said. And now she's saying, fear is not the way to justice. The curse means what? So they have to go through that stage. And now, we understand this, we cannot go against any rishi. We cannot express our views. So that was a sort of fear also will be there. If he says something that I have to go through a lot, my whole life will be finished. So that sort of fear should not be there. They should be given, so able to express that freedom of expression. They should be given. That's what Sita Mata feels it. Fear is not the way to justice. I think a fairer way is to let the people decide the best means of dealing with a misdeed, and let those who have misstepped have a chance to redress their wrongs. So here 2 points she expressed, that instead of one, many people come together and decide what the punishment to be given. And the second thing is, if the person has done a wrong thing, he can be given a trial basis, on a trial basis. If he can redress that wrong things, if he wanted to correct himself, he should be given time. So these two things, she made it very clear. A curse cannot be undone, but a punishment can be reversed. See, if the person realizes and does his work in a very righteous way, and if someone feels that feeling has come into him, he realized it by his talk, by his work, these two things will be uh, displayed. So at that time, many people get the punishment, may be more, but within few years only, less 2 years, 1 year, before only they'll be released. We have heard many cases. That's why Sita Mata is saying a curse cannot be reversed, but a punishment can be reversed, and less punishment also. After some time, if he thinks that he should still have to understand, realize, then that whatever the punishment is given in a lesser manner, it can be given. If someone shows true remorse of an earnest desire to correct themselves. So there is the three things she put it before the gathering. Usually people do agree sages and then, but this time uh, many rishis rose in protest, with only few exceptions. So Janak Baba intervened this time and spoke very sternly, said, I agree fully with Sita, but perhaps society is not yet ready for this. Let us begin by trying to organize these councils, giving each village some limited responsibilities for its local affairs. This will be a beginning. So some training period should be there. We'll give them the idea and path, direction, everything. So it takes little bit time. At the same time, he assured the ministers and heads of the hermitages that their authority would not be weakened by this new arrangement. This is what most of the concern point, because all the heads feel we do not have anything now, something should be in hand to control them. Now they will decide, they will tell everything. So the controlling power will go off from our hands. Even the rishis felt the same thing. But Janak Baba made it clear, this will not weak your anyway, your authority. the ministers would have to oversee the new councils. Ministers now the responsibility is to take the all the councils should understand, implement, and so they will see the administrative part, and the hermitages would still set the moral tone for the society. In a spiritual way, they have to set time to time some new rules for the society to move in a righteous way. So administrative power to the ministers, and then spiritual guidance will be with all rishis. So they have to guide the people in that way. For the moment, the power of the curse would remain in place till they learn. So this will be continued. He made it very clear. So that's how about the means we can say this is Swayam Sevak Sangh. We RSS we say Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. That has come from this. This at that time Janak Baba's ideas that all the village people should be uplifted to govern themselves, to understand the political, social matters, everything. They should be the part of the society. They should make understand. They should be made understand about the what are happenings in the society. So that was over. Now, Sita's marriage, this new chapter, we are going to discuss about this.
Ma'am, it is 9:45, ma'am. 9:40.
But I have given the time late.
Oh, you joined late, right? I don't know when you joined.
No, I have not joined because it has given 9:15 like that we started. Okay, madam. Okay.
You can continue.
Okay. So,
I joined late actually. Continue.
Okay. I think you attended the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So with this setting up the village councils, we will conclude today here. So I got a golden opportunity to discuss about the Sitainam in this Ekathva Gudakesha platform, which is created by our grandmaster Sri Prabodh Achyutha. I am very thankful to our parents, all our gurus, and then our organizing committee members, and then Dana Mariamji, the scripture Sitainam, and to the participant friends, and directly, indirectly, many people are assisting us. I am very thankful to each and